In today's video, we're comparing the all-new Galaxy Tab A8 with one of Samsung's most popular tablets in the last couple years, the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite. Pricing starts at $230 for the Tab A8 in the United States, and the Tab S6 Lite starts around $349. Although I've seen the S6 Lite on sale several times at under $300, so these two are closer than you think when it comes to pricing. As far as the screens go, you get a 10.5 inch on the new Galaxy Tab A8, 10.4 inch on the S6 Lite, 1080p resolution on both tablets. On the S6 Lite, you can go up to 2160p resolution when watching videos on YouTube, only 1080p resolution on the Galaxy Tab A8. Screen brightness is going to be about the same on both as well. The colors tend to be a little bit warmer on the S6 Lite, but overall screen quality looks really good on both. And when you put these next to each other, I don't feel like one looks a lot better than the other. They've got about the same viewing angles. It's really so close, whether you're watching movies, playing games, just browsing online. I don't think you can go wrong with either tablet, considering these are more affordable tablets. There's going to be very minor differences in the dimensions and weight of these two tablets. The Tab A8 is slightly taller and slightly wider than the Tab S6 Lite, but when you put them next to each other, you can see they're pretty much the same size tablet. The Tab A8 is slightly heavier than the S6 Lite, but again, it's so close, I don't think most people are even gonna notice. You got a 7040 milliamp hour battery on both tablets, but a little bit different battery life in my testing. I got 7 hours on the Tab A8 and about 6 hours on the S6 Lite, so a little better battery life on the newer tablet for some reason in my battery drain test at full screen brightness. But you're not gonna have any problems getting through the whole day with heavy usage, even a couple days with light use before you have to charge these two, and then you get fast charging on both tablets as well. Obviously, battery life is going to be pretty subjective depending on how you're going to be using the tablet. Now, if you like tablets, phones, and other tech, consider hitting that subscribe button. I try to cover as much on the channel as possible, and I'll be posting more videos this year than ever before. Now, when it comes to the speakers on these two, you get 4 speakers with Dolby Atmos on the Tab A8, only 2 speakers on the S6 Lite, but it has Dolby Atmos too, and is tuned by AKG. They both sound nice and loud. I feel like the quality of the sound may be a little better on the S6 Lite, but the Tab A8 is louder, and I think most people are going to want that over the S6 Lite. But overall, both tablets sound really good, especially considering the price. Really, the good thing is these two are some of the best tablets in this price range when it comes to speakers, so I think most people will be happy with either one. You get a Unisoc T618 processor in the Tab A8, Exynos 9611 in the S6 Lite. So slightly different processors, but very similar in performance depending on which version you have, because there's a 3GB of RAM, 32GB storage version of the Tab A8, then there's a 4GB with 64 or 128GB of storage for both tablets as well. So pretty good storage options for both tablets. Another thing I did notice is Geekbench scores on these are pretty much identical. Numbers are in the 300s for single core scores, 1200s for the multi-core scores on both tablets. You're also going to get a very similar gaming experience with these two. You get HD graphics, high frame rates on games like PUBG Mobile on both tablets. Asphalt 9 runs nice and smooth, and the graphics look nice and sharp on both tablets. Now, I did notice some games load a little bit faster on one tablet, other games load faster on the other, and in my opinion, most people will enjoy gaming on either tablet. So for gaming, I don't think you can go wrong with either one. When it comes to software, again, very similar experience on both. The Tab S6 Lite came with Android 10 but has been updated to Android 11, and then the newer tablet is also on Android 11, but just keep in mind you're going to get longer updates with the newer Tab A8, and then you're only going to get Samsung DeX on the S6 Lite. I mean, you can still connect a keyboard and mouse to either tablet, then you can use split screen to get stuff done a little bit better, to do some multitasking on each tablet, but I feel like you're going to be more productive on the Tab S6 Lite because the S6 Lite is going to be just a little bit closer to being more like a regular laptop, so that's just something to keep in mind when deciding between these two tablets. Nice thing is you get a headphone jack on both tablets as well, which is nice. You're definitely seeing less and less of that these days, and I imagine you're not going to see those on the tablets in the near future. And then obviously the biggest difference between these two is going to be the S Pen that's included with the S6 Lite. Even if you don't draw or want to take notes, sometimes it's just nice to use the S Pen to navigate the tablet, to give your hand a rest from doing all that swiping. But if you're into drawing, I think it's pretty obvious you gotta go with the S6 Lite. It performs really good for a tablet in this price range. Nice thing is you can use a micro SD card up to 1 TB on both tablets. Now when it comes to the cameras, you got an 8 megapixel rear facing camera on both tablets, a 5 megapixel front facing camera. I don't think either of these tablets are that good for photos, but if you're going to be using this for Zoom meetings or video conferencing, I would probably go with the S6 Lite. They both sort of struggle in low light situations, and the resolution could definitely be higher on both. Good thing is though, you get 1080p resolution for video on the front and rear facing cameras, but overall I feel like the S6 Lite is a little bit better. I'll let you decide which you think is better from these samples of photos and video. So hopefully this video gave you a little closer look at the Galaxy Tab A8 versus the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.